What you know about rolling down in the deep when your brain goes numb?
So y'all, welcome back to 806 Driver. If you're new to the channel, which I know some of you are, because we got a big subscription jump this week. Thanks to Jorge over there at Trucker's Life. Appreciate it, George. Gave us a shout out the other day, and I know it's probably 20, 25 folks have came over from this channel. So hope you guys enjoy the content. Do a little bit of everything here and a little bit of nothing. So for everybody that's been with us for a while, welcome back, y'all. It's Sunday, November 15th. We actually had our first day off in over a month yesterday. So I just kind of kicked back at the house and we didn't do much. Today we're off as well. We got one truck running today hauling some cotton seed or cotton bales. Looks like my uncle's not hauling his normal seed haul today for some reason. So got La Flama Blanca back here. We got to do a little work tour today. Take advantage of a slow day here. What we got here is we got to put a torque rod on. Which ain't no big deal. That's a pretty easy deal. This front torque rod here. Flip y'all around. Front torque rod right here, you can see the bushing. The bushing is gone in it. So we're going to change it out. And we also have got to put a tie rod in on this passenger side. I was servicing this truck on, I can't remember, it was one day last week, Wednesday or Thursday, and when I was greasing everything, well, that tie rod end, it didn't have the cap on the bottom of it, and it would not hold grease. The actual ball joint inside that tie rod end looked all right and everything, but you don't need to run like that because no grease. You're just gonna end up losing the tie rod end, and what's gonna happen to that wheel right there? It's just gonna bank off on you, break off, and you're gonna try to go one way with one side and one way the other, and probably to the ditch. And that's not where we want to be. Definitely not where we want to be. So that's what we're gonna do today, y'all. I'm just gonna do a pretty quick little video here, a little B&B trucking 806 driver maintenance session. So y'all hang out and check us out. First thing, we're going to do the torque rod first, or the tie rod in first, since it's going to be the bigger job, and get it knocked out. Then if it ends up taking a while or a process, I can do that torque rod later. So I'm going to roll the hood over, pull that wheel off to give us some room, and I'll catch y'all after we get that done. See y'all in a minute. All right, we got the wheel off, y'all. I don't know if y'all be able to see here, but see, you can see on the bottom of this right here is where the cap used to be with the grease zerk that would grease that ball joint inside of that tie rod end. So with it being gone, not being able to get no grease, that is not a good thing. So we got to take this cotter pin, this castle nut off, and then knock the tie rod end down through our drag link here, control arm, whatever you want to call it. Then we'll have to back this bolt off of this tensioner here, and then we can unthread the old tie rod end. And what we want to make sure we're doing when we're taking that old tie rod end out, we need to count our rotations coming out. That way we can keep our alignment pretty close. This truck, we're just gonna get it close. This truck will probably have to go in for an alignment sometime after doing it. We'll keep an eye on it and see how it does. Some people count their threads. I usually just count rotations, and that'll get us pretty close. Also, without undoing the driver's side, once I put the new tie rod end in and count my rotations back in, it should go in without a problem. And we'll know if we're either too far in or too far out by the way the new one goes in, but they should be pretty close. So that's what we're going to work on now, y'all. I'm going to take this castle nut off and try to get this thing, hopefully it's not seized up in there too bad. All right, y'all, we're gonna start by taking the cotter pin out. Get it out. Get our nut off of there. A little bit bigger nut than new one's got 1 1/4 inch nut. Let's see what that one is. All right, we got a 1 5/16 here. It fits on there pretty snug, so see if the Milwaukee can get her off. Might have to get a wobble. That Milwaukee got her off. Okay, dokie. Get my hammer. What you really want to try to do is just hit right here and see if you can get it to drop. See that? Jack stand slid out. Raise her back up a little bit. And that, my friends, is a perfect example of why you always keep a jack stand and a jack under there at the same time. You never know what could happen. So we got lucky there, but the jack was still there and it held it. The jack stand is just there for backup. So moved the jack stand over. It was kind of riding out here where it's not flat, so I moved it over to the inside. So we should be good now. We'll continue to try to knock this thing off. Alright, y'all. I ain't gonna keep messing with it. All right, now we got the tie rod end out. We need to loosen off this bolt or this nut here, get some free play in it, and count our turns coming off with this. We'll get a pipe wrench, spin it off. Take a 15/16 socket. Get on here, see if we, we'll have to get it back up. 15/16 wrench to hold the other side. Alrighty. You might have to get a pry bar to pry that open a little bit to get the slack in it. there's 1 revolution. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, getting close, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, almost exactly 27 turns. You can also look on here and you can count your threads back. It said 27 turns. We count our threads back here too. Should be about 27 threads from here to there. So, but I'm gonna lay this one out next to the other one. We'll mark it and then we'll count our turns going back in. Okie doke. Got our new tie rod in here and our old one. Got this protection for the threads there. Pull it over, get it out of the way. If you look at them, as long as they're pretty, you know, this one's got a bigger ball joint head on it than this one does, but the threads are all the same, so we're good there. Main thing you want to look for too, if you look on this one, you can see the ball joint came all the way out because we were missing this cap on this one, the grease cap. Now what would happen if you rode too long without your grease cap, this part of the ball joint right here would start eating away at the top part of the ball joint housing there. And while you're going down the road, this sitting here on top of your control arm bouncing, if it come out, that ball joint come out the top of it, and then you get a shitload of slack. You get a shitload of slack in your tie rod end, and that wheel would just sit there and go anywhere it'd want to go. And the other one would stay straight, of course, because it's still tight. But that one, man, it caused a lot of problems. It end up breaking that tie rod end off and put you on the side of the highway. It might take you for a ride you didn't want to go on too. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put some Never Seas on here, some anti-seize here, and go back and reinstall it, you guys. We also will it's also very important that you grease your truck, guys. We grease our trucks. We change our oil here about every 15,000 miles. So, and I always like to I grease my truck every time I change my oil, and we do it all in-house here. We do it all ourselves. So, I always try to grease it when I got about 7,000 miles on that oil change, which would be we used to call them a mid service back when I was in the oil field and I was in charge of a shop. So, at least like to get 2 grease jobs on it per service, and our services come around about if we're running hard, they come around about every month and a half. If we're not running real hard, 2-3 months. So, but as much dirt and whatnot as we run into, it's good for us to grease it every service plus once in between. A lot of over-the-road trucks, you probably get away with it just doing it once per service and you'll be all right. One of these days, I'm going to do a grease video, or greasing a truck, and show y'all where all the main grease certs are and the main grease points are on a semi. And they're pretty much all universal. Some trucks might have a couple different from another brand, another OEM, but for the most part, they all have the same grease certs in the same locations, pretty much. So we'll go over that in the video one of these days. But with that said, let's start putting this puppy back together. 27 turns back in, tighten everything down, and move on to the torque rod. handy dandy tape measure, y'all. What we'll do to check this, need to check our toe in, toe out. Lower this hood right quick. All right. Yeah, we need to check our toe in, toe out here. What you do, measure from the center of the center rib on this side to the center of the center rib on this side in front and in the back. You want them to be slightly closer on your front than what you do in the back. I'm not sure what the exact spec is, I can't remember, but you want them a little closer in the front because as you're going down the road, they're going to push out. So you want to, that's what you call your toe in. So I'm gonna have to get a little help just to make sure we're not too far out on it and I don't eat the heck out of these new tires I put on. So that'll be the plan once I get somebody down here to help me tomorrow or whatever to do a quick toe in, toe out check. But as far as the tie rod in, we're done. And also, if you do have a little problem with that, all you gotta do is on this side, that little 15/16 tensioner that holds tension on that tie rod in on the shaft, back it off and back the one off on this side, jack the truck up off the ground, and you just twist that rod. And you twist it one way, it'll push your toe out. You pull it in, it'll push your toe in. So that's how you adjust your alignment on the front. So we'll check that out later though. And it's pretty daggum close, I know, but we'll see what's going on. Time to move on to the torque rod. All right, guys, torque rod, simple process. Gotta take out these two bolts, and these two bolts right here. Also remove my zip ties here and just replace it. That's basically all there is to it. It's a pretty straightforward job. 15/16 here, you got a 15/16 back up there, get your impact in there and get. Hey guys, I just got a heck of a surprise. Sitting there filming that, explaining to y'all what's going on with the torque rod there, my phone rang, and guess who it was? Speak of the devil, or the YouTube trucker supreme, whatever you want to call him, old George from A Trucker's Life, called and said he is about 30 to 40 minutes out from where we're at here in Memphis, Texas, and he's going to come in here and take his 30-minute break. This will be the very first time I've met him in person. We've crossed paths several times and been just a few minutes shy of each other, but he's going to come in here and take his 30-minute break. So I guess I should have dressed up for this, but I ain't dressed up, but that's just the way it goes. Miss 806 was down here helping me, or hanging out, watching movies on her phone while I was working. You know how they do. She said she's gonna go home and put on some makeup. She knows, George will probably make a little video. So maybe we'll get some, a little bit of footage of La Flama Blanca. Get this torque rod changed out right quick. And old Hot Chocolate. Get them side by sides doing that Peterbilt super stance. But let me get this torque rod changed out, and we'll catch up with y'all in a minute. All right, y'all, we got her put back together. We're gonna pull out here and wait on old George to get here. He should be here any time now. You know I gotta get a picture of the Flama Blanca with hot chocolate. It's gotta happen. Too bad La Flama Blanca is pretty dirty right now. But nonetheless, we'll get a picture anyway. Over here on the wide side of the yard here. All right, we'll see y'all when he gets here. All right, y'all. Waiting on George to get here. EMS 806. Had to go home and put on some jeans. That way I could look a little more professional, I guess. But he should be here any minute. We'll check y'all in a little bit. Hey guys, look who we ran into.
What's up guys? How you guys doing?
We got Jorge, George, as I call him, from Trucker's Life.
Yeah, I'll go either way, George, Jorge, however. If you see me out there, whichever one you want to call me, except for any bad words.
There we go. No bad words, guys. Can't do that. He made a surprise visit on us, like I was telling y'all earlier. I had to hurry up and button up the truck so we could get it out here and get it next to good old hot chocolate here. He got her all cleaned up. She's looking good. I think you said you're on your way to Utah, right?
On my way to Utah.
On the way to Utah. So
on my way to Salt Lake.
He finally made it up here to see us. It's the first time we've been able to run into each other. We crossed paths several times.
Bunch of times.
We missed each other by 30 minutes or an hour.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's why you keep spare batteries around, y'all. I think I left it sitting on the tire, which we almost lost it, didn't we, George?
Yeah, it was on the tire. He moved the truck back, and it was not on the tire no more. Luckily, he didn't run it over.
Well, anyways, for any of y'all that do not know George, I've been following him. Actually, he's one of my, what you would say, a mentor, I guess you would say. One of the guys that I kind of ran across, and I thought, hey, I might be able to do this YouTube thing too. And man, he's a great guy, great channel. Y'all need to check him out, Trucker's Life, on YouTube. Jorge Navarro.
Yep.
So from H-Town area down there.
Yep.
So y'all be sure to check him out. This is, I can't even put it into words of how fun this has been to meet him.
Yeah.
We walked around here a little bit around the yard.
I had a lot of fun checking out everything he does, as you guys have seen on this channel. He's pretty amazing. And for me also, it was it's one of those things that it's a person that you talk to a lot, and I call it like my ride or dies. You know, people that are there regardless on what's going on. You just give them a phone call. Chris has always been there for me, and been there for hot chocolate when she needs something. So
and that goes without saying, George, anytime I've had any questions, he's always been Johnny on the spot to help me out. And great family guy, y'all. You know, he lives and dies for his family.
Yes.
Lives and breathes for his family. Yes. However you want, however you want to say it.
I think that's why, like, when we got to talking and stuff, how we kind of, it worked real good, because he's the same way. He's a family person. I just got through meeting his wife, wonderful person as well. And we'll probably so we got to set up a meeting so we can just hang out somewhere.
The families hang out.
Either we can come up here, y'all can come down there, or we can meet halfway, meet in the middle.
Meet in the DF someday.
Yeah,
so
we got to make that happen.
Heck yeah.
Just coming over here and seeing Chris, and just I feel at home. I feel at home here. Like I could just hang out here and have some drinks and you know, do whatever and just relax. I was kind of hoping he'd have barbecue ready, but it was my fault. Totally my fault. I kind of wanted to come in on surprise and just I really wanted to just pull up to the Loves close to where his shop is and just give him a call. Hey, where you at? I'm here. You know, but I gave him like was it 30 minutes, 40 minutes? Yeah, something like that call, and I told him that I was going to be here, and
we shot him a pin drop. And of course, y'all know the town we live in here. It's real small. From one side of town to the other, it ain't but a mile and a half. Yeah. So really, it don't matter.
Was that supposed to go through downtown?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can go through downtown.
Okay,
cool. No, this is a main east-west route right here, and that north-south route.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know if I'm, because it's, what do they call that? The bunch of bricks. What's got a name?
The historical deal.
Yeah. The truck was like the whole way over here, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be on here, because this is kind of like, you shouldn't be on this type of stuff. It'll break with the truck. But no, we made it.
No, we're good. Guys, check him out. If I know probably 90% of y'all are already subscribed to his channel and pretty much have found me through him. Thank goodness. He's been a lifesaver in that. But those of you that are on the channel and have not checked him out, go check him out at
A Trucker's Life. At A Trucker's Life. Yeah, come check me out if you guys haven't come over. But you know, it's just a big family, big community, and we got to keep it going.
Heck yeah, y'all. He's an awesome photographer too, y'all. If you got Instagram, check him out. Gasolina 636.
Yep.
Gasolina 636 on Instagram.
Yep.
Check out his photos. Man, they're really cool, y'all. He does some awesome work on there as well. So
yeah, just trying to be a little creative.
but guys, y'all know how I am. I'm not quite the conversation piece that he is. But we're trying. But I wanted y'all to meet him, and I think it's great that he showed up. Miss 806, she's standing over there. She wanted to make some food, but we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
I really appreciate you, man.
We wish you.
It's been a pleasure.
Hell yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
There we go.
the awkward moment. Do that in slow motion. The awkward. Let's do it right now.
We'll do it. There we go. Make it easy. What's he gonna do? But no, y'all, check him out. We wish him safe travels, and we'll catch him down the road.
So, peace, guys.
All right, take care, y'all. Be careful, brother. Well, George, he said he wanted some barbecue. You just missed out, buddy. No. Real talk, y'all. Really glad got to hook up with my buddy today. Totally unexpected. I know some of y'all might think that was a planned deal or something or whatever, but I was literally putting that torque arm on, getting ready to put it on when he called me. Really look up to the guy. Great mentor, I guess you would say. Back when I first got into this about a year ago, George and old Dion over there at Flatbed Gang, both of them were the two guys I really paid a lot of attention to there in the beginning, and still do. Still watch them a lot. Of course, Dion ain't put nothing out in a while, but no, great guy, y'all. Y'all go check him out if you haven't yet. He's got a lot of really good content. I really hope one of these days I can start conveying myself the way he does, and kind of emulate him, you know. I'm doing better on this talking stuff. It's getting a little better. Man, y'all, I'm so ADD. I have a hard time kind of keeping my train of thought on what I'm going to talk about or what we're going to do, but we got the truck fixed. George headed to Utah. We're definitely going to hook up and get together one of these days with our families and be able to cook out and have a big shindig. So George, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, brother. Best wishes to you and your family, and be safe to head out to Utah. Just got a text from my boss man. I guess we'll be hauling some rock tomorrow. I'm gonna go down here in a minute after I get done eating, hook up to my belly dump, and get ready to rock and roll. For 806 driver, B&B Trucking. Keep the shiny side up and the hammer down, and we'll catch y'all on the next.